hope someday I have the courage to post this. Healing, to get healing. It's amazing sometimes. It's something that you can pray for and pray for and pray for. And you can hope like your whole life that you're going to get it in a certain area. You can do something in your life and just be wrung with guilt about it for years and years and years. And it's amazing how it can keep you in chains, some of the mistakes that you've made. It's funny, like when in all my Bible studies and just in all my counseling and all my healing and all the work that I do as a motivator and a cheerleader for all you guys out there, one of the things has not ever been fighting for me, has never been rehabilitating my body. It has never been getting back up and choosing to get back in the ring. It's never been that I've lost the aggressor in me, that I've lost the fighter in me. It's that I simply could not figure out how to forgive myself in certain areas. And I feel like I had failed God, that I had failed a family, that I just had failed. And how many of us feel that way? How many of us have felt like we're such failures in life? You know, how many of us wake up and have that story repeated and repeated and repeated, and it's kind of like an internal dialogue within ourselves. And maybe sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you are reminded by that person again and again and again, or just when you start to get strong again, you see either that person or the situation that reminds you of what you had done wrong, and it just continues that cycle again and again and again, and you just like self-sabotage, you hurt yourself, you just feel bad, you just all these condemnation emotional feelings. And it's interesting, it's been something that I've been kind of struggling with for a very long time, of one very specific issue, but it's an issue that has affected the rest of my life in everything that I've done. It's been very self-corrective. It's helped me. My past has helped me in my marriage now, my relationship now. I'm a kinder wife. I'm a better communicator. I'm just a better person because of what I went through and what I had to get through to survive. But in going through that survival process, I also felt this like incredible pang of guilt. But it's interesting because I just have recently, and I don't want to divulge too much information because I want to just protect people. Let's just say this, God has granted me the wisdom and the ability to honestly almost really make peace with why I made the decisions that I made at that time in my life. And that, I don't know, it just was like, it's just been in a conversation with another person. I feel like I have just been so down on myself. But in just a couple of conversations, I now realize that I wasn't crazy, and that there wasn't something wrong with myself, that, and again, I want to be respectful to everybody, so I'm not going to speak in specifics, and it's really not important. What's important in this video is that I can tell you to forgive yourself, and I can tell you to move on from something, but take it from me, from someone that's been carrying around a lot of sadness and guilt in a very specific situation for 13 years, that there's a reason that you're going through what you're going through, and that you are becoming a better person, and you just have to know, in very specific circumstances, I truly believe there's a reason you did what you did, and you made the decisions that you had to make, because you wouldn't be where you are today had you not made those decisions, those, you know, the great things, the mistakes, all of it. You wouldn't be who you are today. You wouldn't have the discernment that you have. You wouldn't have the understanding that you have. You wouldn't have the softness that you had. You wouldn't have, you honestly, it's like, I wouldn't have the ability that I have today, the empathy that I have today, the fight that I have today, the grace that I have today, the kindness that I have today, the ability to listen, the ability to, the word disassociation, I know sometimes can have a negative connotation, but when I say disassociate, it's sometimes you're able to almost lift yourself out of the conversation, like egoically, and you're able to like really listen to someone, but not really listen to what they're saying. Try to get underneath what they're saying, because sometimes people will say things or do things, but it's really not about what they're saying or doing. It's, you gotta really figure out, is it lack of love, or they not feeling respected, or it's always something really underneath that. And I feel like it all comes down to love. It all comes down to hope, whether there is a loss of it and they're needing a restoration. So much. But it's just interesting. I've literally just been given the most amazing gift, and I know this person will watch this video, and I hope that they realize the gift that they have given me in the last couple conversations that we've had has been one of the most just restoring gifts. And what's interesting is they probably don't even realize that they have done that, but what's neat is I think God can always speak through people, and it's just like, I feel like I can now let that go, because now I realize that this person in this situation, I wasn't crazy, and I was, you know, I was right in doing what I did, because it did save me. It saved me for who I was. And sometimes you have to do that, but sometimes it takes, you know, I look at, oh my gosh, I've gone on so many dangerous courses to let go of that situation and forgive and move on. And you know, the reason I don't mean to be speaking in riddles, but I want to always be very respectful of the people that have been in my life. And it's not important. It's not important in this specific situations. What's important is that we all, I think as human beings, we all must carry this around with us. And And if you say you don't, I just don't think you're looking really, really authentically close at your soul. But I think we all have mistakes and we all have things. And it's funny because I even think about my training, and what's so exciting is my body's healing and it's going through this phase of excitement of training again. But I had to literally almost go through another phase of just being shut down, because my body was just, it was in a lot of pain. It was hurting. And, you know, I think we have to go through that. So I don't know if you're finding yourself in a, situation where you're, I want to call it like hibernating, but you're just like not training. Just be okay with that. Be okay with exactly where you are. You don't need to be charging it all the time. You don't need to be, you know, just be where you are. Be in peace where you are. And just know that I'm coming out of a 13, 14 year battle of my soul, of unforgiveness of my soul, of a decision that I made. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that God has released me from that through, again, just some very simple conversations that I've had, where I've just realized, wow, okay, you know, you had to go. You had to get out, because if you didn't, like, you wouldn't have survived. Your soul wouldn't have survived. And you took some really hard knocks. You went through some really hard waves. And you ran your engine really hard. You drank and went in circles that were just, you know, circles that you could just escape. But even in your escape, you never escaped. And I know that we've all gone through that. So I hope this video, I hope this helps. Even if this just helps one person out there that's watching this, realize that you are beautiful right where you are. And you've made the decisions that you've made because inside of you somewhere was a little fight that said, this isn't right or doesn't feel right, get out, you know, change your course. And you will ultimately, in any decision in life, I think you're always going to find that you're going to hurt someone. I mean, your life is going to be in a state of probably hurt sometimes, because first of all, we're not Jesus. We're not perfect. We're always going to be faulted. We live in a world that sin is a great part of our nature, and that's always going to be something that interferes, right? But just realize that you are beautiful. Who you are today and who you are in this moment is a demarcation of all of those decisions that you've made. And your magical spirit is going to touch and affect so many people. So, anyway, I hope this makes sense to some people. I hope I have the courage to. Sometimes I have no makeup. It's early morning, and I just like woke up and just had these insights. And I always want to I always want to have a really direct connection with you. And so, you know, leave comments below. Let me know, you know, what your thoughts are, and you know where you are, and if you need encouragement. And let's just all, in our comments below, lift each other up and, you know, realize that we are magical, beautiful, roaring tigers. And sometimes we need to be like a little bear. We need to hibernate. And sometimes we come out of hibernation with a little honey belly. I have a little bear belly right now, and that little bear belly is going to be trained and leaned out, and I'm going to be gentle with her. Oh my gosh, I gotta go, you guys. My video's gonna be over. Sending you light, sending you truth, but above else be a warrior. I love you guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Bye.